Good morning to all of you. Today we start the new chapter, ammonia. So first of all, you mark in your book syllabus. As you know, 30% reduced, then 10% reduced. So scope of syllabus, page number 163, that this topic is removed from the syllabus. Ammonia from nitrides like Mg3N2 ALN using warm water. This topic no need to study. Then uses of ammonia, last point, that is also removed. So apart from these 2 points, rest of the point we have to study. So first of all, this ammonia is called alkaline air. Alkaline air. Why it is called alkaline air? Due to basic nature. It means if you take moist red paper, that will change to the blue color because ammonia is basic in nature. Joseph Priestley prepared first by heating and salt ammonium and slaked lime. Joseph Priestley prepared by heating these two compounds together. When these two compounds are heated, then ammonia was formed. So now the question is that what is salt ammonium? Ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride is called soluble ammonium. Once in board paper they have asked which compound is called salt ammonium? Ammonium chloride. And slaked lime is calcium hydroxide. Next one is occurrence of ammonia. So this ammonia is found in the free state as well in the combined state. In the free state it is found that in atmosphere and natural water. So wherever this nitrogenous matter is there, by the decomposition of nitrogenous matter, ammonia is produced. You must have seen cow shed, very bad smell is coming. In that cow shed, ammonia gas is coming. Then if you go to the public toilets, in that also bad smell is coming because of this ammonia. So by this decomposition of nitrogenous compound, ammonia is formed. And the combined state, it is found in ammonium salt. Ammonium salt and ammonical liquid. What is ammonical liquor? Aqueous solution of ammonia is called ammonical liquor, and ammonium salt means wherever this ammonium ion is there, like ammonium chloride, ammonium sulfate, ammonium nitrate, very over. So this introduction part is over, that you can read from the book. Next one is preparation of ammonia. So preparation of ammonia, when any ammonium salt is heated with alkali, it forms salt, water and ammonia. Ammonium salt, this preparation of ammonia. So when ammonium salt heated with alkali, they will form salt, water and ammonia. Which ammonium salt we can use? Two ammonium salts are there, that ammonium chloride, ammonium sulfate. Anyone can use. Regarding alkali, two are there, sodium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide. Anyone can use. So this ammonium chloride heated with sodium hydroxide, this will form sodium chloride, water and ammonia. In the same way, if you take ammonium chloride heated with calcium hydroxide, form salt, water and ammonia. So just to see, I think it is balanced. In the same way, if you want, you can write it ammonium sulfate. So equations are given. Once you can take sodium hydroxide, then you can take with calcium hydroxide. So first of all, here how the questions will be asked to you. First of all, name the gas released. Name the gas released. What is the answer? Answer is ammonia gas. Sometimes in board paper, they are asking don't write the formula. So if it is asked don't write the formula, then write the word ammonia, don't write like this. The next one is observation. What is the observation for these reactions? Just to see, in the observation you will give the test for gas. A colorless gas is released. A colorless gas is released. It gives a dense white fume with a glass or dipped in concentrate gas. A colorless gas is released. It gives a dense white fumes with a glass rod dipped in concentrate acid. So this is the observation. Now next type of the question that I have told you that in board paper they are asking that 5-mark question based on chemical test. Already I have given you in the 3rd chapter, and now one point was left, so that today they have to study. So once the revision, just to see chemical test questions based on chemical test. So first of all, if cations are different, first point, if cations are different, we use the reagent sodium hydroxide or ammonium hydroxide. That we studied in chapter 3rd. Then second one, if anions are different, if anions are different, then we will use the reagent either silver nitrate or barium chloride. Reagents silver nitrate or barium chloride. Then third one, if one is ammonium salt, if one is ammonium salt and the other one is non-ammonium salt, then reagents we use alkali. Alkali you can use either sodium hydroxide or calcium hydroxide. So these first two already you studied in chapter 3rd. Like one example, give a chemical test to distinguish between copper sulfate and zinc sulfate. Just you see here, cations are different. Cations means positive ion. What answer you will write? When sodium hydroxide is added in copper sulfate, pale blue precipitate is formed. In zinc sulfate, when it is added, then gelatinous white precipitate is formed. Another question, give a chemical test to distinguish between sodium chloride and sodium nitrate solution. Here this one, anions are different, chloride and nitrate. So you can use the silver nitrate. Silver nitrate is used for the test for chloride ion and barium chloride is used for the test for sulfate ion. So when the silver nitrate is added in sodium chloride, white precipitate is formed. When silver nitrate is added to sodium nitrate, no precipitate is formed. So these two topics we have studied. Today we will take this one, that ammonium salt and non-ammonium salt. So the question is that give a chemical test to distinguish between ammonium chloride and sodium chloride. This is the question. So this is the question. First two time already we have studied in chapter 3rd. So here, give a chemical test. Give a chemical test to distinguish between ammonium chloride and sodium chloride. Just you see, it is coming in this category. One is ammonium salt, other one is non-ammonium salt. So this ammonium chloride is ammonium and it is non-ammonium. So what is the answer? When ammonium chloride is treated with sodium hydroxide or calcium hydroxide, a colorless gas is released and it gives a dense white fluid with a glass rod dipped in concentrate acid. So answer, when sodium chloride is heated with calcium hydroxide, a colorless gas is released. A colorless gas is released. It gives a dense white fume. It gives a dense white fumes with a glass rod dipped in concentrate AsCl. Then what is left? Sodium chloride. When sodium chloride is heated with calcium hydroxide, no gas is released. So like this the question can be asked you. So just to go through your book, page number 164. Above reaction, 4 equations are given below that. Above reactions of ammonium salt with alkalis, distinguish them from other salts since salt other than ammonium salt will not react with alkalis on heating to liberate ammonia. So like this the questions will be asked to you. So next one is laboratory preparation of ammonia. So next we are going to study laboratory preparation of ammonia. For the laboratory preparation of ammonia, we need two chemicals, that calcium hydroxide and ammonium chloride. So next we are going to study lab preparation of ammonia. the two chemicals, that ammonium chloride heated with calcium hydroxide, this will form calcium chloride 2NH3 and 2S2. So for this preparation, we take a round water flask, dry round water flask. This is in inclined position. Then we place a delivery tube. This delivery tube is going in a drying towel. In the drying towel, we place quicklime. We place quicklime because quicklime is a drying agent. Ammonia is basic, quicklime is also basic, so there is no reaction. So that's why we prefer quicklime as a drying agent. Then this jar is attached here for collecting ammonia gas. So this stand is there, is attached here. Here, this tripod stand is there. Then this book is heated. In the book it is given gas form. It means liquid is there. But I want to tell you, here all are solid only. So we use solid ammonium chloride and calcium hydroxide. And the ratio is 2:3. Calcium hydroxide is more. So this, when it is heated, ammonia is formed. Along with that, moisture will be there. So it is coming in drying towel. This moist in the drying towel. This quicklime is there. Quicklime is the basic nature is there. There will be no reaction. Calcium oxide. Then ammonia is moving up. And air is moving down. So this collection method is called downward displacement of air. Downward displacement. Downward displacement of air. Or ammonia is moving up. One more thing is given. Upward delivery of gas. This is not printed in our book. Upward delivery of gas. So we have to discuss certain points. First of all, reactants. In the reactants, first point, we take higher ratio of alkali. Higher ratio of alkali is used. What is the reason why the higher ratio of alkali is used? The reason is that this ammonium chloride is sublimable solid. This ammonium chloride is a sublimable solid. So sublimation, you know, the process in which a solid substance directly changes to the gaseous state. So if it is soluble solid, so that directly go to the gaseous state without reacting with calcium hydroxide. So that's why the higher ratio of calcium hydroxide is used. Higher ratio of calcium hydroxide is used. So it may prevent ammonium chloride to directly go into the gaseous state. That's why higher ratio is used. Second point, that calcium hydroxide is preferred. This one is preferred to other alkalis. What is the reason? It is cheap. It is cheap and not a deliquescent. It is cheap and not a deliquescent. What do you mean by deliquescent? I want to tell you, certain substances are there, when they are exposed to the atmosphere, they absorb moisture and dissolve in that one. So what is wrong? If the alkali is deliquescent, just you see, you have taken the dry glass here, everything is dry, and in the dry heated glass, if the heated glass is there, if the moisture is coming, if the water is coming, then breakage will be there. So that's why if you take sodium hydroxide is a delineation salt, it will absorb moisture. But this one, calcium hydroxide, is not a delineation, so that's why it is preferred. Now the third point, we don't use ammonium nitrate. We don't prefer ammonium nitrate. Reason is given, it is explosive. And when ammonium nitrate decomposed, on heating ammonium nitrate, it gives nitrous oxide and water vapor. So that's why it is not preferred. And fourth point is given, this dry groundwater flask is kept in inclined position. This flask is kept in inclined position. So why this inclined position is there? Just restricted position is there. It is not like that. Not like that. The reason is that if it is like that, so what will happen? This, when ammonia is formed, water vapor will also form, and this water vapor will condense and trickle back into the flask. And if it is coming in a hard flask, then breakage will be there. So that's why we take the inclined flask. So if the water vapor is formed, then we go to the drying tower, it will not trickle back. Now this reactant is over, and next one is drying agent. So for the drying agent, we use quicklime as a drying agent. So drying agent, which compound is used? Drying agent. So drying agent we use quicklime. Quicklime is calcium oxide. So the question can be asked to you, which compound is used as a drying agent for ammonia? Your answer is quicklime. Why it is used? Because it is basic in nature, and ammonia is also basic in nature. So that's why ammonia does not react with quicklime. That's why calcium oxide is used. Now concentrate H2SO4, phosphorus pentaoxide, and fused calcium chloride, they are not used as drying agents. These three compounds, concentrate H2SO4, phosphorus pentaoxide, and fused calcium chloride will not be used as a drying agent in ammonia. What is the reason? They react with ammonia to form a compound. So first you see, this ammonia react with sulfuric acid. This will form ammonium sulfate, because ammonia is basic in nature and sulfuric acid is acidic in nature. Next one is ammonia react with phosphorus pentaoxide and water, form ammonium phosphate. Ammonium phosphate. Phosphorus 2, then oxygen 4 2 are 8, 5 are here 3, then nitrogen 3 2 are 6. And this calcium chloride combined with 8 molecule of ammonia form addition product. So that's why these three compounds are not used as a drying agent. The last point is collection of the gas. How ammonia is collected? So as you know, ammonia is collected by the downward displacement of air. So how ammonia is collected? Collection of NH3 gas. So ammonia is collected by downward displacement of air. What is the reason? Reason is that ammonia is lighter than air. So ammonia is collected ammonia is collected by downward displacement of air. Downward displacement of air, because it is lighter than air. I have given in the previous chapter that vapor density is equal to molecular mass, molecular weight by 2, and ammonia that molecular mass is 17 by 2, 8.5. So it is lighter than air. Vapor density of air is 14.4. So this 8.5 is less than 14.4. That's why it is lighter than air. It is collected by downward displacement of air upward delivery of gas. It is not collected above water. What is the reason? It is highly soluble in water, because one volume of water dissolves 702 volume of ammonia. So it is not collected above water because it is highly soluble in water. So all these points what I have given you, that is given on page number 165. So here you can study. In the next video I will take the Lee-Chatier's principle, then Haber's force.